And we're live. And Wayne just made it back in time.
I made plenty of time.
Hello, everybody. It is Sunday. It is a Some Other Heroes Day. Welcome to our chaos. We are Some Other Heroes. We are queer dungeoneers playing a game of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons set in a world of skyships and floating islands and strange mysteries and deep magic. My name is Chris. I use he, him pronouns. I have the honor and joy of being the main storyteller and dungeon master for this campaign. With me are my 3 regular cast members who are all wonderful, raring to go, and totally were talking about roller coasters 5 seconds ago.
And have loads of energy.
Loads of energy. We're all high energy this week. I'm going to start today with Wayne.
Oh!
I don't. I would
Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Wayne, and I use he, him pronouns most of the time, anyway. And I shall be playing the Dragonborn Bard in Rock today.
Amazing. Next, Theo, would you like to go second?
That's me. Hello. I'm Theo. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing the awkward half-elf wizard, Eugene.
Wonderful.
He ain't so awkward.
Charlie.
It's proper throwing me off not having any shout-outs at the beginning. It's so weird. Hi, I am Charlie, she, her, and I both looked and turned at the same time.
Whose cat
really
was
funny.
that? Yeah.
It was mine.
Yeah, Charlie, she, her, and I am playing Aisling, my adorable Saw Warlock, Satyr, Chaos Gremlin.
Amazing. It is, as Charlie kind of alluded to, it is a reduced shout outs this week
Yeah.
because Wayne and I are just
Resolved.
reviewing how we do it. Not in a major way, just kind of like want to make sure we compact it, just make it really nice and smooth and flow for you all. So
It's not like we go off on tangents and talk about weird shit for half an hour when we
Exactly.
everyone's here. So.
all our wonderful friends are where you expect them to be. You know who they are. You know where they are. Go and give them support. We do want to shout out our wonderful moderators, though, Bespectacled Man and Feline Tricksters, who do an amazing job of keeping you safe in the chat, and our wonderful people. If you spot something that the rest of us have lost, just poke one of them and just say, hey, this looks weird, and they will hit it with a bound hammer, or because they're lovely like that. Yes.
They're lovely like that. They hit people.
Yep. As the moderator, Nightbot has just told you, we now have a Discord.
Thanks, Rooney Runes.
Thank you, Rooney Runes. And I have updated the link because it timed out before, right after I sent it out last week.
They time out? That sucks.
It doesn't anymore. I've done that. It's all sorted. It'll never time out again. It's
Hell
good.
Satan.
Yeah. So we now have a Discord. You can get involved in the conversation, join the community, and have a chat with your wonderful friends there. It's really lovely. It's been welcoming. It's been only open since Tuesday, and it's been a lot of
my
fun.
God.
It's already full of mad shit.
It's very cool.
Including many animal companions.
Lots of animal
And memes.
comments.
Oh, please do join the Discord also because I need some help with suggestions on coming up with ideas for magic items. Because every time Chris says, "What would you like to buy at a shop?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
So, I'm going to draw on the community to give me some suggestions because I'm shit at that. Anyway,
Fair enough. Cool. Just a heads up, we are away next week. It is someone's birthday, and we are going to go and do some stuff in real life. So yes. So also get to say, Wayne, because it is your birthday next week and we won't be here, you can have birthday inspiration.
yes. I mean, thanks, Chris.
Yeah, so we will be away, but we will be back the following week as normal. And we have a surprise guest, which is
What?
such a surprise that even my cast don't know who they are. So you will have to wait until that episode.
Mum, if
to
it's
see.
you, you have to text me. Otherwise it's entrapment.
Charlie's
I'm
mum,
manifesting that.
just so
I'm
you know, when we
manifesting
do
that.
get you to come and guest, you are not allowed to text Charlie. It's a secret.
It's a secret, yes.
Bullshit. It's entrapment. You have to tell me.
That's not how entrapment works, Charlie.
Ah!
Right, okay.
Anyway.
That is everything from me today. So, we're going to drop you into our updated titles.
Yeah, boy.
Cruz.
Hello,
Cinch for the
we are
box.
back.
Oh, shit. Every time.
Everybody, Charlie's got Terry Crews under a jumper. Don't ask me.
Yep,
She
that
said it.
NDA. You were supposed to keep that to your dang self.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Terry.
Previously,
Fine.
on Some Other Heroes, our friends are in the Golden City, the home of the elves, also known as New Doan. They have been meeting with Eugene's family, his grandparents and aunt, who are trying to find a way to convince the elves to assist the rest of the world in keeping the sky shield up and the islands floating, which of course has become Parshkik Chosen's main mission. It's been an interesting one. Last session they sat with Sadia for most of the session, chatting through what they've been up to, updates, bringing Eugene's aunt up to speed, and via her mystical tome stroke companion known as Barnabas, relaying it to their her grandma, who sits on the council of New Doan. This effectively made a twofold thing, whereby Sadia now knows how better to help them and offered some information, including the history of the elves, the fact that the elves had been loose in the Scattered Lands before everybody else returned, and have actually been in this for close to a millennia. That the elves are not originally from Erevis, the world which they inhabit, but from outside the wilds, where they lost their home, possibly to the AL. And also that Auntie Z believes that with the right application, Eugene may very well be able to summon Alabaster.
God damn it. His ego is big enough.
The results of necessary information going through to Toletta, Eugene's grandmother, allowed her to move things forward. They were called to the inner sanctum in the high tower of New Doan to witness the vote, which was a tie. The star elf, known as Bastion of the Northern Guide, abstaining until such time as more evidence can be brought forward. In this, they requested to almost unanimous vote that the Chosen be put to task, serving the city and proving that they are strong enough to garner the knowledge that they will be imparted upon.
Which part of the chosen do they not understand?
Not chosen
Have
by
they
this lot.
seen our character sheets?
They have. That's why they need assurances.
Hey, right. Don't listen. You're beautiful. You're perfect. You're Linda Evangelista. Don't listen.
That is where we left off. I think what we'll do is we will rejoin in the Aether car on the way down. Your aunt and the three of you sitting in probably quiet contemplation as you pass down the spires back to the estate of the Moon Elves.
Ashling's in angry contemplation.
I was just going to say, I think Rock is probably seething more than anything else.
We're pissed. But try not to embarrass Eugene.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I think if Ashley or Eugene look around, they can see very clearly, without really needing a roll of more than one, that Rock is literally biting his tongue and just like seething, but completely keeping it to himself.
Ashling looks like that little red angry face emoji, but with horns.
So the devil emoji.
Why not? Yeah. But an angry one.
Amazing.
How can you tell if a devil's angry? They're always red in the face.
Hey.
No, seriously.
Oh.
Anyway. Angry blood. Yeah.
Is that normal for them to suggest what did they call it, a challenge? Does that happen often?
No, not at all. But it isn't. It's a difficult thing, but it's not a bad thing, in as much as there are at least two seats there that will change their vote if you can convince them, which brings it on side, which is what we need. I should have predicted Bastion would hold a neutral stance. Ever been the enigmatic, self-interested one, that? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it will be fine.
It's all right to be disappointed or annoyed or angry. I am definitely angry about the behaviour of some of the members of that court.
Oh, thank God, because I am too. All right, I'm glad you said it.
I will cut
I don't know.
that
I
bridge.
think that was kind of what I was expecting, if I'm honest.
I have to agree with Eugene. I didn't expect pleasantries and a welcoming sort of feeling. But what exactly is the criteria by which they're going to judge a challenge worthy? How do we prove to them that we're going to be trustworthy enough to try and fix the sky shield and save the... It's not something you can test.
No.
This feels like it is completely perfunctory and just done as a way of basically ticking a box so that they can say they made it difficult for us.
In a manner of speaking, you're not wrong, Rock.
But of course not.
Both
Ashling's stomping now.
both the seat of Star and the seat of Earth know that going against the seat of Sun is not easy. So they are finding the best way to ensure that their vote can be changed without causing a political incident or causing conflict. Even if you do something in service of New Doan, even Simit will have to acknowledge that service.
Is that the seat of the sun?
Yes.
They seem nice.
They're really not. That is what happens when one family sits on the golden throne for too long.
Oh,
Ashling's just
I
mumbling
know it.
feral shit behind you guys.
She's just swearing in
This doesn't happen
Sylvan.
in the fucking woods. This doesn't happen in forests and shit. It's fucking stupid.
What do they? What would they do in the forest? They just fight for it, or
Ooh, I've got
Just, like,
something.
try and live. Some people die. It's just what happens.
well, I'd be lying if I said it didn't annoy me more because it has
Connotations.
very close ties to the kind of behavior that I see all the time in the Empire, or used to anyway.
There is. We like to think ourselves more enlightened and different, but truth be told, the same problems exist in New Doan as they do the rest of the world. I know that for a fact, having visited the royal nation of Daklan, the Sun Court, there has similar problems.
Oh my god, there's a whole court of them.
It's not elves, humans in Daklan.
Oh, okay. Wait. Am I relieved by that? Or is it still bad?
At least they don't
I
live
think-
as long.
I think politics is still politics, whatever.
Yeah.
So stupid.
At least it changes hands more often because they don't live as long. That's true.
I think sometimes the pirates of Ashore have got the right idea.
You know, I've encountered some of them. They're actually very level-headed.
Yes, and also they have a tendency, any of their grand admirals that they don't like have a tendency not to live very long. So,
Also,
See?
honestly, more importantly, the one thing that they have that all of this doesn't have is people who just say what they think outwardly.
Mm.
Anyway, there's nothing we can do about it. We're undertaking this challenge trial, whatever. And on the upside, we were hoping to help Eugene with the Gauntlet, and now we can. And now it's all part of a good cause, so it's not necessarily all just about Eugene's thing. We're all in it together, and we can just put our concentration onto that for now.
yes, I must thank Mother for quick thinking on that one, although it would have been nice to have a chance to talk about it before we did that. And she just kind of leans over and just kind of grips your hand in a give it a
Surprise.
gentle squeeze. You can still say no.
Again, I really can't say no, can I? But logistically, it makes sense, so it's fine. It's just
Annoying.
rather a lot of pressure, I suppose.
Well, think about it this way. It's two bits of pressure jammed in together, rather than two separate bits of pressure which may have had equal weighting.
Yeah, but you need the equal weight distribution, otherwise the thing underneath is buckled and
Eugene, it's not an engineering problem.
right. Yeah, but okay.
And we'll be fine. As I say, we're in it together now. This is collectively our challenge, and we will do it together.
As Eugene's guardians, I am glad that you are there, and I will do what I can to make sure that we have allies on site as well.
Okay.
Great. Also, what exactly does this challenge entail?
I'm
Yeah,
not
what we gotta do?
sure yet. They spoke about a problem.
Squash some rats or find some coins or what?
Hopefully something along those lines.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be good.
They spoke about something with the problem with the island, a petition from the islanders. We're floating over. We're near Morden's Torch.
Who's what?
Morden's Torch. It's a largely goblin community.
Nice.
I actually think you'll love it. They've done a
Yeah, I
beautiful
know.
job. It's incredible what they've managed to achieve.
That's cool.
But they're very self-sufficient. I mean, obviously there's tithe, and we trade with them, and we offer them additional protection, which is standard for everybody who swears allegiance to New Doan. But largely, outside of Klaus Kern, they're one of the most independent places I've ever encountered.
And so, why is this something that Nudoan would get involved in
As I say, we have
helping
a
anyway?
pact to protect them if they request it, and if they've encountered something they can't deal with, it would be right, considering we're here trading and collecting taxes and the like, to ask for that assistance. I mean, don't pay gold to a council that isn't going to protect you after all.
Hell yeah. Charlie is like,
I ain't giving my gold to this council.
nah, I see a pothole, you don't get my gold.
Actually, it does also present a unique opportunity. Your representative, Rock, has an estate, a temporary estate that the Empire bought him on Mordane's Torch. He's allowed to stay within the market district of the city, but he's not allowed to interact with. So he goes back to Mordane's Torch and travels from there back to the Empire when he needs to. It's a good opportunity for you to meet with him if you need to.
Well, I think it would be a good thing to do just in general, even if it's not needed now. It would be good to kind of make that contact in case we do need to draw on that.
I think you'll like him. He's a very level-headed, very open-minded fellow. One of the ways he
What's
managed
his name?
Marcel Solgrax.
Who do I... Oh, yeah, yes, I have it here. Wow. I made a note.
I understand that the Solgrax family are a great house, but
They are,
Marcel
indeed.
doesn't have a lot of weight within it.
Well, it's been a long time since I've sort of been around that, but the family was, yes, a high house. A great house, not a high house.
It'd be a good time for you to pop in and talk to him. See, he would like to talk to you. He did send a petition to do so.
Well, yes, I mean, we could. Well, I suppose if he's there, he may have some information regarding whatever this problem is that we're supposed to be solving. When is this happening, and when are they going to tell us what exactly it involves?
I imagine that my mother will have the information that she needs once she gets back to the estate this evening.
Of course, sorry, I just...
No, absolutely right to question these things. Yes, so we will grab some food.
Good start.
Try and calm down a little bit, and Eugene, if you wish, you and I can start looking over the schematics of the spell you're working on.
Oh, yes, please.
And
That always calms him down. Good idea.
and see if we can adapt it. You said that you tried to summon Throne's Blade with a higher version of the spell, and it dragged you to the realm of ash and dust and shadows.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was so much the spell or Throne's Blade themselves.
You were trying to have a direct conversation with her rather than an aspect of her.
She loved it.
Yeah, but every iteration of the spell I did before that brought an entity to me.
And there were quite a few.
Well,
But the pact, I would love to see this pact that you've built. It sounds to me like it is quite a useful spell. Not that I intend to summon Throne's Blade. We have our own problems, and I'm certain that she doesn't wish aspects of her to be drawn with you.
She's busy.
The car draws into the estate, and you land in the back, that open courtyard area, and some of the servants come in and help you down and things like that. And Sadia leads you back through to the breakfast room where you met earlier today. Asks for the servant to bring through some coffee, some teas, and some snacks. And just says that I'm going to set up here. We're just going to decompress and do a little bit of research. Very well, Mum. They skitter off. You are left to your own devices for a moment with your auntie. If either of you, any of you, need to go off to do anything or want to kind of get some time to yourself, you can do so as well. You're not held prisoner here, so you can wander
I
around the
think
state.
maybe Aisling would, for the first time in her life, pay attention to her insight that she has tons of, and give Eugene and his aunt a wee bit of space so they can chat without her interjecting with rage.
But this involves me. I can't hear from here. Ashley, you turn around right this instant.
She's walking away flapping.
Rock's probably going to stand there for a few seconds, sort of just looking a bit awkward, and then kind of go. I just want a word with Aisling. Aisling, wait!
What?
I'm coming! And then
Okay.
just going to run after Aisling.
Can't help but feel like they're up to something.
I think they're giving you some
Fire
time with
alarm
me on
starts
your
going
own.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
They're good
Aisling,
friends.
Did you see where they put the wine?
Did I see where they put the wine?
The wine comes from the household staff.
Where is some staff?
There's some stuff about.
We
Find
will
a
find
staff.
staff and then we will find wine. A
Fabulous.
modest selection of breakfast wines.
Right.
So yes, wine is located easily. Do you make your way back to your rooms, or just find somewhere to sit and have a chat?
Slumped in the hallway drinking from the bowl.
One of
Just-
the
Wow.
one of the
Just find a room that doesn't have like an elf in it, and just
after about the third door that you open, you kind of
Cool.
open to a research area again.
Sorry.
You actually stop to ask the elf. It's just like, oh, there's a live. If you go to the end of the corridor, the final door on the left is actually a little bit of a sitting lounge area.
Okay, cool.
That sounds good. Yes. Good. If you can have some wine delivered, then that'd be
Thanks.
Just
then
asking some random elf.
Senior
guys
researcher.
Have some wine.
Yeah. Hi, wizard. It's just like,
why?
I'm not staff. I'm helping you out.
I'm so sorry. I'm mortified.
You work here.
There's a lot of stuff here. I'm so sorry. But could you, if you
I shall
pass someone-
send my apprentice to find somebody. You're obviously a little lost, and get yourself settled, and I'll make sure somebody.
And the
heads.
charcuterie would be great. Bye.
With extra cheese.
Yeah, what is... Wait, shit, you can't hear him. Yeah. Yeah, cheese board. Thanks, bye.
Don't be embarrassing. Move.
I will smack Rock as we walk away. This is what happens, Eugene. Nikki, that might be the worst thing you've ever put in chat, by the way. That is the worst combination of words you've ever typed with your human hands. Can you use the band hammer on yourself?
Nice.
I'm not reading it out loud. People on YouTube, I'm sparing you this.
Yeah, fair enough. You consider yourselves lucky. Eugene, you and your aunt are left in the breakfast room alone. After a little while, some food is brought through, and a pot of tea and some coffee. And she sets up. She sends Barnabas off to ask for some books to be brought in. And she kind of pulls some out of a bag of holding that she's got herself. And she's not a summoner. She's a scribe, but she is familiar with a lot of the principles of summoning. And she asks you a lot of questions about your methodology, your approach. She clears away some furniture, and she gets you to kind of do some like ritual-based sort of techniques. Show her the initial magical circles that you do to seal your pacts with these external creatures. She actually has a couple of hints that she has picked up over the years, which are kind of helpful for speed. Kind of just shaves a few seconds off here and there of your casting time when you need to. And then it sits down to the matter of Throne's Blade. To the Throne's Blade. If you're comfortable, would you mind showing me the initial circle that you prepared for this pact?
Yeah, of course. And he'll get out his like spell book and notes and stuff and start like showing her.
There are runes on this that I don't think I have ever seen. There is old magic in here that is tied directly to Erevis itself. And that inclines me to believe the realm of dust and shadow has something to do with this world, as opposed to just being connected to it like some of the other realms are. You make me an Arcana check, please.
Sure can. That's a 19.
19. You know about the ways. You know the ways are connected to Erevis, or what used to be connected to Erevis, and were the lifeblood of the planet and its connection to the greater multiverse. It was severed for its own safety. In your research previously, you've kind of touched upon this idea that all the roots of all the paths and the ways and all the different domains are connected somehow to a central plane. With the information that you're kind of gathering, you're starting to draw a possible theory. It's not confirmed, but it's a possible theory that the realm of dust and shadows may very well be a direct essence of magic coming from Erevis. It may be the path from which all other paths are born, which makes it incredibly powerful. And then after you kind of
I think you'd definitely share that with Sadia.
She nods and thinks about this for a second. She goes, that would mean that throne that controls that domain, not having a guardian, is a danger not only to that realm, but to all realms.
All realms, yeah. And the plane as it is, the realm of dust and shadows is not as it was. I mean, I guess because it doesn't have anyone on the seat.
No one cleaning house, as it were.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess the question we need to ask Thronesblade next time you see her is she actively looking for someone to sit on the throne?
She said yes, right? When I spoke to her.
She was of the belief that somebody needs to be there. I think the essence you got was she's still holding out hope that the chained king is still alive out there. But everything you've seen has kind of indicated that he died saving the continent of Rel from the AL.
Yeah. Somebody must know what happened to him, though. That's kind of why I wanted to do more research while we're here about the Chained King.
I'll put some scribes on it, some people I trust, and I'll look into it myself, and I'll see if I can get you some books and access. I did try and look into some things about the realms of dust and shadows overnight last night. I found something slightly disturbing. There used to be tomes. There are things that used to be in our library, but they were removed by, well, guess.
Do you know when? Do you know when they were removed?
About the time of the formation of the Empire.
Huh.
Which is the time he went into seclusion. And only the court know where he is now. Which is one of the reasons I need to get you in front of them.
Do you think he will agree to speak with me?
I don't know. I hope so. I think he'd be curious enough. From what I remember of him, even as problematic as he could be sometimes, he was possessed of a great mind and a great curiosity. And if you are uncovering the mysteries of the world we live in, I think that's too enticing for him to pass up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping.
We'll do everything we can.
I did when we went to the Fey Enclave at Bramble End and spoke with Granny Carrere, and I mean she was typically cryptic, but when we were talking to her about the puzzle box, the key to the Sky Shield spell, she mentioned that there were a number of people who knew of its existence, and one of those people she described as a desperate old wizard who wanted to finish what he started. And I don't know, it could be any number of people, I suppose, but I did wonder if she was talking about Lathel.
Could be. Nobody really
case,
knows.
If he knows that we have it, it might be enough to convince him to see us.
I'd rather not tell the Eternal Court we've got it, if we can.
That's also true.
I'd rather certain seats did not know of its existence. It's too tempting a object of power for many individuals. And could you imagine the Sun Throne with the ability to turn off the Sky Shield? It's just unbearable. Oof. Horrible thought. Right. Want to give this a go?
Oh, yeah. What the which spell?
Summoning Alabaster.
Okay.
I think we might be close. I certainly feel like you are on the edge of the power to start putting this spell together. So what we'll do is we'll use the core basics of what you're using to connect to the realm of dust and shadow, but we will see if we can learn some facts about Alabaster. I'll get Aisling and Rock to come back, and let's see if we can do this.
I was going to say, somebody should probably warn Aisling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if things get real quiet in here, she's going to be a bit unnerved.
She kind of does a sending spell to Aisling. Aisling, if you are able, could you come back to the dining room? Eugene and I have a favour to ask.
I didn't take anything.
Is that your response?
Hey, she didn't say we need to talk.
That's true. That's true. All right, I'm in the clear. Rock, they need us back in the thing.
What? How do you know?
She just told me in my head.
Well, who's in your head?
Didn't tell you. Told me. I'll walk off.
Fine, I'm coming. I'll just grab a bottle of wine and go.
For the road.
Yeah.
You make your way.
Sorry,
come on.
No, as soon as we get there, I'm just going to be. Don't want to disturb. We're perfectly fine. Just sort of.
We actually need Aisling's help.
That doesn't sound right.
We think.
Why? What has she taken?
No.
I didn't. I already said.
Clank, clank, clank. Like.
Her sleight of hand is not good enough for that shit.
Yeah. Eugene and I have been looking at the work that Eugene's already done in relation to the realm of dust and shadows, and I have theorized that with Eugene's expertise, it is possible for us to develop a new spell that will allow him to draw an aspect of Alabaster into the world to help you.
Well, what, like him? How he looks?
Him as he would be, yes, or a reflection of. It's hard to say. Without having seen Alabaster, I can't exactly say how he'll manifest, and I don't think any of you have actually seen Alabaster.
Well, Eugene's kind
like
of
the shape
cast
of it.
him on the realm of
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Oh, and
Okay.
when I visit the ethereal plane.
That's the one.
Interesting.
You hear that? You hear that? What do you think about that?
He doesn't really have like a form so much, just a shape.
She weaves a couple of runes in the air and just kind of pulls out like a little gum from a pouch and just smears it over the top of her eyes for a second.
Ashley's trying to warn
And she,
Alabaster just in case he's on the toilet or something. So she's like, "Hey, wait!
Just
Attention!"
before we
Are you decent?
before you oh God, put some clothes on. Just before you do that, is this going to have any impact on Aisling if Alabaster's an aspect of
yeah.
Alabaster is suddenly removed from her head? Do we know?
Yeah, that's where my brain
Not
is.
quite there yet. I think she's just having a little look.
she kind of
okay.
she her eyes flash and they kind of glow with this inner light. Oh, there he is. Oh, interesting. He's very insubstantial. It's almost like you've got a second shadow, Aisling.
How very dare you!
Yes, well, can you see this? And now he is.
Oh my God, Alabaster just flipped over the.
Oh damn it!
I see he's quite a character.
What's happening? What's he doing?
He's making an obscene gesture.
Nice.
Aisling.
What? Well, I probably did show him.
He's as remarkable and interesting as I had anticipated he would be. Thank you very much, Alabaster. Not like I got a choice in the matter.
Hey, I tried warning you. Right?
She turns the spell off. I think this is.
Wish I could do that.
Yes, so this would not be Alabaster himself. This would be an aspect very much like when you bring Throne's Blade through to help you. It's not actually Throne's Blade, it's a reflection of her power.
So it'd still be in my brain.
Yes, but he'd also be very aware of what's going on and, well, let's just put it this way, it's likely that he would give you back chat.
Yeah.
I far be it from me to stand up for Alabaster, but we've kind of presented this as something that should we not ask his permission?
Do I get to eat real cheese?
No, you're going to be like a ghost version.
But I'll have a physical form. I can totally eat stuff.
I mean, it'll probably just like fall out.
And hurt people that upset my friends and...
Okay.
Right,
you're gonna have to. Okay, you can have the cheese, but the murder's gonna have to be reduced.
I watched Throne's Blade murder people for you. I'm up for that.
Well, we're not in immediate danger right now, but if a murderous rabbit and/or dragon come through the wall and do the thing, then yes, you can do a murder on them. But right now, nah. Deal?
Right. Cool. I mean, you're like, Eugene's going to be the one that's summoning me, so there'll be a certain amount of control on Eugene's part.
Okay.
Totally going to test that, by the way.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I'm up for it. I think it could be fun, and God, imagine actually being able to hang out with you all for a little bit.
That is quite cool. I'm quite looking forward to that. That's gonna
Sorry,
be
Auntie Z, we often stand around while Aisling makes weird faces for a long time in silence.
Just give us a minute. Sorry.
I'm guessing this is an internal conversation.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
What is all this about?
Dungeon bees.
What?
I think it helps somehow. I'm not sure.
Um.
Yeah, he says it's fine enough. Put some ground rules ish down.
God.
Well, I mean, I can dispel the spell if anything gets out of hand.
Hear that?
Right.
Send him to his room.
Eugene can turn this car right around.
In which case, if you don't mind for a second, I'm not going to take it, but would you mind if I touch the puzzle box?
Wayne, your gulp was so perfectly timed just then. Yikes! Yes. She'll kind of dart a look at Eugene and Rock just to double check.
Rock is
Right.
so like out of his element. Rock's just like that.
They're fine.
I don't know.
Eugene, is that cool?
If you, it's up to you. But yeah, I think we can trust her. I mean, we've already told her everything, so.
I mean, I think it's just to get a better feel for Alabaster so that she can make the connection or help make the connection. I think that's all right.
Okay.
I'm going to get you guys to vamp for a second. I just need to.
Oh no, we're terrible at that.
We can't possibly talk without a
No,
script.
we need to be handheld all the time.
But so,
What can Aisling steal while she's in the room?
no stealing. But Eugene, if Alabaster does appear as an element of themselves or whatever, what are they going to look like? Do they choose what they look like, or?
Well,
Yeah, is he going
I
to look like how
imagine
he's
he'll-
supposed to look?
I imagine so. I mean,
That's weird.
Oh, that
we've all
would be
seen
unusual.
his form, so I guess it
Have
will
we?
be like. Well, no, maybe I'm the only
Yeah, I think that's
one
kind of
who
just you.
has.
Yeah. And you just said it was more like a wispy, shadowy thing, so that's not exactly.
Yeah, but like, I guess like the shape of him, like he has horns and stuff, but not like
So-
big horns, like the Horned King. Like,
Now, what
little ones.
happens if you summon him to do some combat support, but Aisling needs him to do magic support in the same? Is that going to just confuse Alabaster? Because I know it's confusing me.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the way that it works is that it's just an aspect of his power, so it wouldn't be like all of his power in one place.
Oh, okay.
There would be like a bit of it. So I imagine he'd be able to be in two places at the same time, because Throne's Blade is like when
That's
I
true.
summon Throne's Blade, it's not actually Throne's Blade apart from that one time.
So he'll still be able to like help me out with stuff.
I mean,
even
I
though
don't mean to
he's,
be
like,
rude,
there.
but Alabaster is he's not really as powerful as Throne's Blade, so
Well, we
Just-
don't know that. We kind of have no idea.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. I mean, he did make things come out of Aisling, so to speak.
And that's only like
And made me not dead.
Yeah.
he did literally bring you back to life, so I guess probably is quite powerful. Are we sure we want to let him out?
I told him he's not allowed to do a murder.
Are we sure he's not just safer in Aisling's head for now?
Really?
He would still
I
be
think it's
under
safe.
Eugene's
Okay.
control at all times.
Well, you
And
say that, but
As part of the spell, like I assume we're using like magic circles, so I can make it so that he can't like leave that area.
Initially, yes, as with any summoning, you need to bring the essence forward in a magic circle once the pact is formed. I mean, Eugene, you're much more of an expert on this than I am. This is a side field for me, but everything kind of points to once Eugene has exacted the pact, Eugene's in command of that aspect.
That's pretty cool. I'm sure he'll hate that.
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Are you kidding? You've seen Eugene in charge of things. It's amazing.
That's true.
So which of the runes do I rub out if there's an emergency? Just
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Oh, no, please don't
do
touch
that.
and-
Never. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
okay.
If there is a problem, I can just dispel the spell.
Okay, good. Okay.
What have we got to do?
You need to be close, I think, so that we can have Alabaster close.
Okay.
Rock, maybe have that sword close to hand just in case things go wrong.
Don't you be chopping at me.
But I'm not going to chop at you, obviously. Well, I mean, unless you do something. Anyway, it's
I
fine.
think chopping
I'll
at me
put
would
armor
probably
of
be more
Agathis on and
effective
you'll
in
regret
this
that.
instance.
Look, I'm not going to chop at either of you. I will be here to support you, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It's all going to be fine.
Like the ultimate failsafe, just saying. I mean, this probably is not going to happen, but just in case for some reason something gets out of hand and I lose control, if you just knock me unconscious, then the spell will end.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Just unconscious. You don't have to stab me.
well, I'd rather not hit you at all. I mean, fine. Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't come.
I'm
to
just
that.
going to cast a very sort of concerned look at his aunt.
She kind of nods. Goes, these are all sensible precautions, and they shouldn't be necessary. But having them is always wise. I mean, that's exactly why we're doing the Gauntlet in the first place.
You do realize that Eugene is summoning a demon that lives in his friend's brain into this realm. And you're telling me that these are all sensible. There is nothing sensible about this, to be honest. But
It sounds quite bad when you say it all in one go.
doesn't it? Anyway, okay.
I can't
Good
believe
luck.
I'm saying this, but I think you're worrying too much.
Good. I'm glad. I'm sure it's all fine.
My fan is broken. I can't even thwart.
I'll
Thank
talk
you,
for
Wayne.
Okay, good. Well, there we go. I'm just going to stand here with my sword ready to knock you unconscious should anything go wrong as you rip a demon from Ashling's brain. Good.
Standard.
Again, it's just
Standard.
it's not. Never mind.
Theo,
Right,
would
let's go.
you roll me an Arcana check with advantage because your aunt is helping you construct this spell?
Hashtag blessed.
Thanks.
Oh,
I am blessing all three of you,
Oh, cool.
Aunt Ashling and Eugene.
Is
Because I
that a
can.
D6?
It is. No,
4 for bless.
wait. 4.
So I rolled quite well. I got a natural 20. Plus my bless and Arcana. Did you say?
It is Arcana.
That's a 32.
Oh my god! That's mad! Thank you, Eugene. It's 32 for brain surgery.
So, you cannot pull Alabaster through in a physical form. You're literally just not quite strong enough yet, but you have exactly what you need. And what you do see starting to form is really quite exciting. The spell is completed very quickly. Like you know exactly what you're doing, and you pick up all the additional bits and pieces that your aunt kind of puts down.
He's trying
quickly.
really hard to impress his aunt, but
Oh, bless. And doing so, this is really, really well
this is
done.
what he likes. So good.
The spell comes together. The rooms around it kind of glow with this eerie grey-white light that you're all very much becoming familiar with. I think there's probably a couple of glances toward Aisling because it looks like her magic. And the center of it glows. And then out of this familiar-looking, slightly dulled version of Eugene's magic circle, rocks start to pull out alabaster stones that kind of start to form and start to coalesce and start to make a large, we're talking like 9 foot tall, huge physical form, and the horns start to sweep back and around. And you hear Alabaster go, "Oh, is that what I look like? That's amazing. I like that." And your aunt kind
That is
of
very cool and very tall.
your aunt sort of says to you, Eugene, capture the spell now, make the pact for later. Oh, we might be having a small connection issue. Hang on 1 second. I'm just going to reset guest star my side, guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna explode.
gotta get Chris's frame rate back.
Talk about first world.
Did I hear about the condiment
My
caster?
frame rate. Ah!
Oh no, I look terrible.
There
Look
we
at the
go.
pixelation on my
You
face.
look much. Oh no, and it slowed down again.
It's all right. It's still all right.
Yeah, it's just I couldn't hear you guys, which means the audience
rude.
couldn't hear you.
Oh no!
Oh,
That sucks.
Oh my god.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Right. So
You guys hear
quick
us now?
check. A Charliesaurus.
That is me. I'm that one.
Theo.
hello.
And Wayne.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm here.
You guys,
Are we
can
here?
you guys hear me as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit of lag. There's a little bit of a lag, but what we'll do is we'll forbear and just hope that it all figures itself out.
Everyone pray to the
Okay.
internet.
So can we go back to the large creature with the sweeping horns, please?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
about 9 foot tall. Looks like it's made out of alabaster stone with gaps in it that kind of glow with that same white grey light. Huge sweeping horns that are going to go back and out. A very abstract sort of facial features. Kind of there's just about you can just about make out eyes, but there's no sort of direct features. Lumbered forward, definitely fiendish in nature. But standing not kind of like hunched over like Throne Shield was, standing upright, tall and proud with their shoulders back, slightly digitigrade legs, very much like Ashling's, ending in
yeah.
huge
Goat bros.
alabaster stone horns. This is an aspect, so it doesn't quite look exactly how alabaster would look in person. And because you've got no frame of reference, there's no kind of like physical manifestation like there is with Throne Shield. But alabaster in Ashling's head goes, "Oh my god, I look good," and that voice reverberates around the room.
Ah! Ooh.
Oh, you can hear me
Wait, was
now.
that?
Ah!
Oh, and you're not in our heads for a change.
Oh, I like
That's
this a
weird.
lot.
Oh, I'm not sure I do.
Ugh.
Um,
I mean, that's quite cool. You're very tall.
well, yes, I mean, you know, compacted down most of the time. This is me, I suppose, as I should be. Hello, nice to meet you all.
And you got cool legs.
Oh.
Ashley's like wiggling her legs out.
Auntie Zadia at this point kind of goes, this is fascinating, but we do need to seal the spell or it won't work permanently.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yes.
Okay, bye.
He reaches down and holds out kind of like a loose, kind of abstract version of a hand. It's kind of made from stone in the same way that the rest of him is, but there's kind of finger-ish, but not quite there. So almost like that sort of shape. For like a one big claw element, and he kind of holds out the hand.
Like a very hard mitten.
holds it out to Eugene, and in the core of the hand is a rune that only you can see because it's your spell.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Thank you.
in your head, you hear, "This is my pact to you. As long as you help Aisling and protect the puzzle box, I shall be at your service to rend your enemies and protect your allies."
Sickening.
And it won't affect Ashling's connection to your power, right?
I don't think it does, no. On the basis that
Okay.
she hasn't fallen over dead, which kind of indicates...
Well, no, I just more meant in like a combat encounter. I didn't want to be like
Mm.
siphoning her juice.
I think
So to speak.
it would be your juice, but replicating my power.
I mean, we're close, but not that close, guys.
And I'm not like entering into that kind of a pact with you, right?
No,
I'm
you
not
can...
going to end up with, like Aisling with the part of you in my brain.
Do you think I have the attention to take care of two of you? I've barely got the attention to take care of
Yeah,
Aisling.
fair enough.
Yeah, I count as 2.
Just reading the fine print before I sign.
It's your fine print. I'm just offering you a rune to finish your spell.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
It's nice to see you all with, I suppose, eyes. More magic, really, isn't it? Not Ashling's eyes.
Is this how Aisling discovers her vision is really shit? Alabaster's like, whoa, you're all in focus.
You need some glasses, babe.
Aisling, you need to get some glasses. He turns and he bows to Eugene and waves at the rest of you. And then these stones just crumble into dust and disappear back in through that portal.
Oh, that was fun.
Well, it looks like that was successful. And you now know the basics of the level 6 spell, Ally of the Alabaster Guardian.
Nice.
That's cool.
Which I will...
Can't use it until I pass my exam.
No, you can't use it till you pass your
You
exam.
can use it though. You can say it. It can't do shit to us.
Awesome. So what we'll do is we'll put together that spell properly, and then you can have it once you level up next. The room goes quiet. Your aunt kind of actually lets out a breath. That worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. I thought
Me
we might
too.
have a few tries at that one. Well, I mean,
That was so cool.
what we need to do is we need to show the preliminary basics of what you're doing, that you're drawing energy from a realm that nobody else can access, and that you have allies that you have drawn to summon from that plane. And I think your gauntlet will go a lot smoother.
Hope so.
And we'll have an alabaster there to help us out. So,
There you're putting in.
so oh, everyone's gone a bit croaky again.
Oh
Oh,
no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Rude.
I know. It's just rude.
I can still hear you guys all right, so...
Yeah, I can still hear everyone all right.
Here we go.
I think it's Chris's.
I think Twitch is
Thing
just being a
having a problem,
little,
so to
a little
speak.
Yeah,
sticky
because we're
today.
all coming through okay to each other.
That's really weird.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
your,
you.
your frame rate and your thing is lagging.
Yeah, I'm
The rest
just.
of us can see and hear each other fine, so...
Yeah, I'm just trying to check I haven't got anything open in the background that I'm not aware of, like I've left Steam open or something, but I don't think I have. Nope, everything's.
Torrenting 100 movies in the background.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Who would
Sorry,
say
I
that?
mean,
Okay, now.
streaming legally for legals.
Legal
Yeah, totally.
reasons. Legalese.
Legal good things.
Cool. It's all fine. You're still playing
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate.
just saying, you're still playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing in the background.
Exactly. Yeah.
Close
Yeah.
that shit.
No,
We're
absolutely.
busy.
Yeah, I'd say because I'm streaming my side, everybody else is a little staggery, but I'm probably coming through very clear, so I don't know what's going on. Usually Twitch does it the other way round. I get stagger on my other screen, and you guys get super clear. But we're gonna try and push forward a little bit.
It'll be break time soon anyway, and then you can give it a break.
Catch up. Yeah. Well, he's taller than I thought.
Same. That was
Yeah, he
quite
didn't
cool.
look that big in the ethereal plane,
Didn't he?
but I guess that's just part of him.
I don't know. This is your area of expertise, I'm afraid. But yes, definitely taller.
So when are we gonna do it so he's like there?
Well, I have
Properly.
to pass my gauntlet first because that's just like the foundations of the spell and like forming the
Okay.
pact. But once I summon him, when I summon him, well, the aspect of him, like I do Throne's Blade, I won't be able to do that yet because it's sixth circle magic. I'm not
Okay.
permitted to learn that just yet.
Got it. Okay. Did you feel anything, Ashling? Did you like? Is he back there? All okay? Like,
You still there?
Of course, I'm still here. It was
Alright.
very weird for you. You did feel something, but not unpleasant. It was more like everything was in.
like an itch in your brain.
Everything was echoed ever so slightly, and you.
Oh, it's just getting mic feedback.
Yeah,
Feedback.
basically. A lot of reverb.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah,
Worst.
it didn't. It was fine. It just felt bouncy, bit echoey.
Good as long as you're and I didn't even have to notice.
What trait?
Which
Yeah,
is
it went
always
a lot
bonus.
smoother than I was expecting.
It's almost like you're really good at what you do, Eugene.
I know. Look at that. It's almost like you're perfectly capable of doing all these things.
Well, I mean, my aunt was here to help quite a lot, so maybe
Oh,
that's...
I just checked your work. You did all the heavy lifting there, Eugene.
I mean, there's only one summoner in the room.
Exactly. Exactly. I got a thing to do. I can hit things in real life. I'm very excited by this. Can we do it again? Do it. Have to do it again. Oh no, wait.
No.
Sixth circle. Rubbish.
Yeah, gotta wait until Eugene passes his driving test, and then we'll be all
Right. Yes. And then I can hit things.
If I learn the spell, I mean, I only get to pick 2, so...
Oh, that would be brilliant.
That'd be hilarious. If you're like, this one seems more fun.
Meh. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, but this one I can change
Well, a
my
lot
hair
of good
color at
spells
will.
at 6th
Yeah.
level, just
I
saying.
fucking bet.
Yeah. Good. So, did he look familiar at all? The shape? Ring any bells?
Roll me a history check.
I have +4 to history. Wow. 22.
22. Nice.
I'm going to be playing this character for how many levels? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He looks like a chunkier version of the alabaster that you saw previously. He does not look like the horned king, chained kings, which you saw before, nor does he look like the effigy that Aisling has in her bag. This is something new and something different.
Cool. Lovely horns.
Alabaster got work on one in my head.
Okay, well, I'm glad that went so well.
It
Me
is
too.
about this time that you hear someone coming up the corridor, and your aunt kind of goes helps you clean up the mess that you guys have made with the materials very quickly.
Shove it under a chair.
Incidentally, that didn't cost you any spell components. She had ether stone available to cover the cost of putting that
Okay.
together. So she helps you clean up the magic circle to make sure this is a surprise for anybody else who is going to be.
No, I was just going to say, I didn't realize it was supposed to be a secret.
Oh, not a secret per se. I know that we're doing research and stuff, but probably don't want everybody knowing exactly.
Because Ashling's utterly terrible at keeping secrets.
Oh, well, now you've said it's a secret, now I will be. If
See,
you hadn't
told you.
said that, it
No,
would have
no.
been fine.
Didn't you hear her? She said it's not a secret, so it's
Okay.
fine.
It's not a secret.
Right?
Okay.
No, it's just it's a surprise.
Okay, good. That's fine.
The surprise.
Eugene has this reverse psychology thing nailed.
Oh yeah,
down.
Eugene's figured it out.
Okay,
Ashton
good,
has
good.
two options, which is telling everyone everything or forgetting it immediately.
Same, Ashling, same.
Yeah. I'm going to close this screen down, see if that helps. Cool. Within a couple of minutes, you hear a familiar voice come through, and Taletta comes into the room, looking a little fraught, and definitely like she's had a day, and she already has a carafe of wine in one hand and a couple of glasses in hand.
Oh, same bitch.
And she kind of looks around and goes, "Oh, good,
Yeah,
you're
I'd like
all
her.
here."
Rock's
Right.
just going to hold up a glass like that. Way ahead of you.
Congratulations. That went a lot better than it could have done, and I thank you for your help. Dear, what are you working on, Zadia? A surprise for the Gauntlet? Oh, right, yes. You know what? I don't want to know. I'm certain it's going to be amazing. Eugene, Ashling, Rock, thank you so much for your help today. I feel like a lot has fallen on
Thanks
you.
for not lobotomizing me.
Lobotomizing you? Why would we? I don't quite follow on that one. I have.
Anyway, give that a disastrous note. Apparently, well, sort of successful. Whatever that thing was,
Sorry,
caucus or
guys.
whatever.
And I've lost all of you.
He's still being crunchy.
Yeah, I think Chris is struggling to hear us.
I'm very sorry, people at home. I
so
don't know what is happening with everything today.
I know. Devastating.
God, no wonder he's having
How
such
is
a
he
hard
gonna
time.
hear all our quips?
All
I
our
know.
goofs and bits.
There we
I
go.
know.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of like you're being slowed down and kind of spread out again. Yeah, I mean, I'd say yes,
Yeah.
it is a restart time. Except for I always do a restart before I set up of each stream, so it shouldn't be that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be any sort of memory problem or anything. Let me just quickly.
It might just be Twitch or OBS doing something weird.
Yeah, I think it's Twitch.
They do that sometimes.
Yeah, only what I'm expecting to be open.
Twitch.
Who knows?
Okay, cool. So Taletta sort of sits down and kind of pours herself a glass of wine, and so I think it went well. I think we have an opportunity to turn things to our advantage, and I think that we might see Nudoan actively helping the rest of the scattered lands for once. But I'm sorry that you have been dragged into our politics, particularly Eugene. You shouldn't have to deal with this coming home. You should have a chance to get to know us all first.
I mean, there's a quite big if the whole new Doan helping everybody. I mean, we still have to do whatever this challenge is, amongst other things, and then still convince that lot that it's worth helping.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad you think it went well, but I doesn't feel particularly positive yet.
Well, it definitely could have gone worse.
It could, yeah. It's just a lot more hoops, isn't it?
That's the way I'm seeing it, at any rate. I have the details, and I have some good news about how it's going to go.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow, you're to travel to Marden's Torch to meet with the petitioner, one Bicbus Smallfoot, a de facto leader of the town, and he would like you to investigate something around strange draconic creatures hanging around the outskirts of the town.
They didn't happen to be draconic creatures that seemed more human than sort of dragonborn.
Hard to say. He said strange draconic creatures resembling dragons, but not quite. Nothing has happened yet. They are concerned that it might be a dragon's nest, or, and forgive me for this one, Imperial spies. But I can't see why the Empire would be interested in Marden's Torch, apart from its resources, maybe.
Well, I had planned on visiting the representative when we head down, so I will put out some feelers and see perhaps if they can shed any light onto why someone from the Empire may be there.
Well, I don't believe it's Imperials. I believe it's probably just... to be honest, it's probably a nest of kobolds that have decided to set up shop outside the town, and the townspeople are probably panicking more than they should do. But we don't need you to clear any nests out. All we need you to do is go and meet with the representative, assess what's going on, and then report back what New Doan can do to support. I've managed to stop it. Obviously, if you do encounter any difficulties or danger, take them down if you need to, with New Doan's authority. And then we can...
So are we like New Doan representatives while we're doing this?
Yes. You also, and you'll be pleased with this one, have a member of the Jade Guard who will be there, the Emerald Guard, to protect you, to guide you and support you. Captain Falone has volunteered to assist, who I believe Aisling is very familiar with.
I was going to say, if we let Captain Falone, yeah.
You two haven't. Aisling is...
They're the one that like tolerates my shit. Like...
Yeah, they're the one that was actually a friend and ally, and they used to get you a lot of work until you went and got yourself stuck outside, and then they're the one that cleaned up the mess and kind of got you off the island without permanent banishment.
What, babe?
Our challenge that we have to prove ourselves is to just go and investigate.
The challenge really is how you conduct yourself. Now, Falone will be obviously on your side, but has to report back to the Eternal Court how you conduct yourself, how you deal with New Doan citizens, and whether you execute your mission with alacrity and
So,
Ah.
what exactly? Oh, yeah, poise. What exactly are the criteria by which we're being evaluated then?
Is there like a point system we could rely on, or
It's hard to say, but basically you just need to show that you are of service to New Doan.
okay?
So we
This
don't.
seems deceptively easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to solve the problem. We just have to go find out exactly what the problem is.
You have to
and then
invest-
report back.
You have
We
to.
don't have to fight the dragon. We
What
just
was
have
I
to look
worried
at it.
about?
Yeah, we just need it.
Okay.
Give me my stick level.
I have got none of that, I'm afraid. I'm really sorry, guys.
Oh no!
Should I tell you
Right.
what? Should we take a break now? I'm going to reset everything whilst we're
Yeah,
on
we'll
break.
take an early break and see.
Yeah, cool. So we're going to take a break now. I'll stick you guys on.
Ciao.
Yeah, on intermission. We will be back in about 10 minutes, about half past, maybe a little bit after that. I'm going to reset all the stuff and see what we can do. Okay, we love you all, and we'll see you in 10 minutes.